Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm George Conley with Scratch Golf Tips, and today we're going to be talking about par 5s, more specifically course management surrounding par 5s. Now, a lot of amateurs will step up to a par 5, especially those high handicapped amateurs, and they'll fear it. They don't like par 5s. A lot of tour pros they see on television loving the par 5s, but they just don't quite get it and they make big numbers. Let's talk about how you can not change your swing at all and just adjust your strategy towards par 5s to score better. Now, the strategy that I'll be introducing to you today is simply playing the hole backwards, and this is in terms of the yardages that you want into a hole. Now let's do some quick math here. If you're playing a 520 yard par 5, there are a few ways that you could play it. Now I'm going to be making up some hypothetical distances that I would think a standard amateur can hit certain clubs. They will not work for everyone watching this video, but just keep them in mind and then you can apply your own distances and yardages of your clubs to this strategy. So we'll start off with the most aggressive way to play this hole. It would obviously be going for the green in 2. So we start off with the driver. Say the driver will take us 260 yards, which would cut the hole in half and leave us in turn with 260 more yards. Now say we want to go for it in 2 regardless. We want to hit a 3-wood. Say the 3-wood will carry 220 yards. That leaves us with 40 yards left in. Now that is the aggressive way to play it. Driver 3-wood. Sounds great, looks good on paper, but it's not as easy as just hitting a perfect drive, center of the fairway 260, and then hitting a 3-wood in 220. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you should not play a par 5 aggressively, but let's just think about it. Instead of playing driver 3-wood in an awkward distance for your pitch automatically, let's talk about playing this hole backwards. Now, if you go backwards through your bag, a lot of amateurs can pinpoint one club that they love, and then with that club, you associate a distance. My personal example is my pitching wedge. Right now, I'd have more confidence hitting my pitching wedge, which carries around 132. I'd have more confidence in that than a shot 30 yards further, right around 100 yards, because for me, that's between my 52 degree and my 58. It's just an awkward shot. Now let's break this hole down backwards using my pitching wedge, which I want in my hand going into a par 5. That's what I think is going to get me home and get me a close chance for birdie. Now for you, it might not be that pitching wedge. Maybe you love 70-yard shots. Maybe you have a 60-degree wedge in your bag and you love 70-yard shots. Just play backwards from that. So on this same 520-yard hole, I'm going to subtract 132 yards, let's get nice and exact here, and then that's gonna leave me with 388 yards left in. So now that we're playing this hole backwards, I know that I need 2 shots that can get me 388 yards. This sounds a lot more manageable than what we had at the start with the aggressive lines. Now off the tee, I want to find the fairway. That's integral for this operation to work as best as possible. So I want to put an iron in my hand. So off the tee, I have 2 shots. I need to go 388 yards. So I'm going to take off a chunk of that and I'm going to go out with my 3-iron. My 3-iron carries around 210, 215, but we'll lean on the conservative side and say that my 3-iron is going to take off 210 yards of this chunk. So now we're going to take off 210 from that 3-iron, from the 388 figure that we already have, and then that leaves me with 178 yards. So now I have my tee shot, I have my approach shot, now I just need that second shot. Now, personally, I like my 3-iron, I know I can hit it pretty well, and I know that I can hit way more fairways than I can with a driver when I have my 3-iron in my hand. So now I know I have 178 yards, and this is where you need to be a little bit creative. Just because you have that 178 figure does not mean you're gonna hit your second shot perfectly at 178. So now you need to consider, okay, do I want a little bit less or a little bit more? What do you want to lean towards? And in this case, I'm actually going to lean a little bit away, and I want to be further from the hole, maybe closer to 140. So I'm going to go with a longer club, and this is gonna be a 6-iron, which will generally take me around 182. We'll round down to 180. So now I've just deconstructed this hole. I'm gonna go 3-iron, 6-iron, pitching wedge. And I know that if I have that pitching wedge in my hand, I have a good angle and I'm in the fairway, that is going to be my most confident approach shot. Not only am I going to have my most confident approach shot, but I'm likely going to be in the fairway and I'm likely gonna have a fairly simple second shot to put me into that position. And again, everything I'm saying sounds very good on paper, but I might chunk my 3-iron and have it go 180 yards. I might slice it to the right and miss the fairway and have to punch out. And that's fine. Not everything goes to plan. People have game plans and you have to veer off course. That's the game of golf. But having this plan is great because when you execute it, it's just simplifying everything and it's giving you the confidence on the course. It's not having the par 5 look like this big, gigantic hole that you just can't take advantage of and that you're almost guaranteed to make a double on. You're piecing it down. Not only are you getting the confidence, you're making easier shots and you're taking advantage of the long hole without having to bomb a driver and hit a perfect 3-wood to 20 feet for eagle. And the best part of all this is a simple change. You don't have to make any big swing changes, get any new equipment. It's just strategy. Send me a message and let me know how it goes. If you have any questions about anything I mentioned or any questions about something that I did not mention throughout this video, just leave a comment or reach out to me on any of the Scratch Golf Tips social media platforms. You can also email me at scratchgolftips@mail.com. If you like the apparel that I wear in these videos, I wear John Morgan Sportswear. They are a proud partner of Scratch Golf Tips, and you can click the link in the description, the one that says John Morgan Sportswear, and you can use code SGT2021 for a nice little discount on your purchase if you're looking to get some awesome apparel for this upcoming golf season. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Play well and take care.